Guess who went 4-0?
Yes, busting the bookie.
Welcome to Game Changers. I'm Mike. This is Kelly. CFL action. It's very cloudy as far as the playoff picture goes for two reasons, because the competition is so tight and the fact that cannabis is now legal in Canada.
That's what's screwing up the playoff picture. Nobody can figure it out.
First game we have to talk about, we have the Calgary Stampeders traveling to Winnipeg. There are those who believe, Kelly, that the Winnipeg Blue Bombers on a 4-0 run right now after a brutal midseason are the team to beat. But the Stampeders, they've lost 2 in a row. They haven't looked sharp, but they haven't lost 3 in a row in 11 years.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a game that they've got to put together. If we've been listening to Tom Luzzi, and he was 8-0 in all of our football picks last weekend. I got to brag about that. And he called the fact that he doesn't like the body language. He doesn't like the sense of emotion on the field. And that's one thing you really can't handicap on a team is that internal drive, what's going on in the locker room. And this, I believe, is a big weekend for Calgary to turn it around, or they're done.
I still like them. I think Bo Levi Mitchell's the best quarterback in the league. He's working with a bunch of receivers. He's got to get their timing down. So over these next 2 games, and then they'll probably have the bye, I think the timing will come together. The defense was on the field too much, and they didn't put any pressure on the quarterback in the Rider game. So I still like him, even though Tom Luzzi doesn't.
Do you know what I like about Bo Levi Mitchell?
What's that?
He's a hell of a poker player.
Is he?
He is.
Oh.
He is. Yeah. No, I've played with him. So if he's a good poker player, he's got to be a hell of a good quarterback, right?
All right. I like that for Winnipeg Blue Bomber defense. They've led by Adam Bighill, 4 touchdowns in the last 5 games, 0 touchdowns in the last 3. So they played very well defensively. Tom Luzzi goes with?
He's going with Winnipeg minus 3 points. Winnipeg at home. I tell you, how can you go against a guy that went 8-0 last weekend? But I tell you what, a hell of a spot. If Calgary's going to win, they're going to win big. The money line is plus 150 on Calgary. So if you're taking them, I wouldn't take the 3 points. If they're going to win, they're going to win big. So Tom Luzzi, our official video pick, is going to be the Winnipeg Blue Bombers minus the 3 points. I'll tell you what, follow your heart on this one, and we'll see how that game plays out.
The next game we have the BC Lions taking on Saskatchewan. Where in hell did this offense come from Zach Collaros, who threw for 350 yards against the Stampeders? I've said all year, hate the Riders' offense, love their special teams, love their defense. If they could be consistent like this, and it's a big if, from going and dink and dunk to finally pushing the ball downfield, they look great. If they could do that, they are the team to beat, in my estimation. But I have to see it go for a stretch of 3 games.
Yeah, I tell you, this is a tough one to handicap, but you've got to look at the emotion behind that team, and I think we're starting to really see how that's paying off. Especially the CFL gets such great energy. The fans get into it at this time of year so much. Tom Luzzi's call is the BC Lions plus 3 points. Again, this is a situation where I think if BC is going to win, I don't see this as being a close game. I see this as going to be going one way or the other. So I really like the money line bets. You're getting plus 150, which means that if you're betting $100, you win, you get 150 back. I like that. That's why they play the games. I like taking points, but I also like getting the juice. Tom Luzzi says BC Lions plus 3. I say take them on the money line.
They don't blow anybody out, but they win the close game. So BC and Wally's last hurrah could be a big difference there.
Sure.
From there, we go to the Red Blacks taking on the Ticats. We had a preview last week. How in the hell did the Hamilton Ticats lose that game? I do not like Harris as a quarterback. I think he's too inconsistent, and with him goes the Red Black game. Ticats, big news. Brandon Banks out for the season. I think he's their best player. He's gone from a great returner to an awesome receiver. He's gone for the whole year with a broken collarbone. But at home, I like this team with that defense they got.
Yeah, and Hamilton 4-point favorites at home this weekend. Tom's going with the Tiger Cats. They're 8-8. Ottawa's 9-7. Hamilton's really got to play a strong game, and it's so important at this time of year to step up. Home crowd behind them. Let's go with Hamilton minus 4 points. An official Tom Luzzi pick. Is that an official Mike Lonsero pick as well?
I'm going Ticats. I see the Ticats.
I'm with it. That's unanimous. So let's lock lock that one in. And one more game.
One more, and I refuse to talk about them because it's the toilet bowl part 2. Montreal and Toronto. You take that one away. Just give us a short one.
I got to tell you something. Listen,
all right.
You can win money.
Okay.
So listen, that's what it's all about. This was, Montreal should have won that game, and they're going to come back there at home. It's a pick 'em on this game. Take Montreal. There's no way Montreal's going to lose this game. That's all I got to say.
That's all that needs to be said.
There you go. I'll tell you what, though. Let me tell you something about last week. Montreal, the line, we put a pick out. Tom Leslie put a pick out. Montreal plus 4.5 points. The game finished 26-22. Montreal was leading most of the way.
I know.
There's no way that game should have been lost. But that's why you love taking points when you're betting, because you can still lose the game and win your bet, and that's what it's all about here. So that was sweet. We went 4-0. That 4.5 points. So let's stick with it. Let's recap the 4 picks for this week. We've got Tom Leslie saying take the Winnipeg Blue Bombers at home -3 points. Mike and I are not so convinced on that, so we really want you to use your judgment. But God bless Tom Leslie. He went 4-0 in CFL. Hamilton Tiger Cats -4 in the early Saturday game. BC Lions, I'm saying take them on the money line, but they're +3 points. That's a great play. And then on Sunday, we've got the Montreal Alouettes. Even, no line, so just take them and win.
Who cares? Great football action down the final weeks. Man, this is what football's all about. Lots of luck betting, everybody.
I care.